Hello! All right, welcome to the My Homework page for estimating products. You will need your math book out and turn to page 129. Pause the video until you have this page in front of you. All right, so on the screen, you should see on the right-hand side a chart that we used yesterday in pencil and paper, and I made it just a little bit fancier today. We have the watering pail, and there's a mystery number. We don't know until we look over at our rounding situation what number is going to be the watering pail. But if that number is a 5 or more, our flower is going to grow. If that number is a 4 or less, that flower is going to stay the same. Let's look at an example before we get started on the homework so that you can do your very best on your own. We have 154. I did help you out just a little bit. I decided to put a flower behind the number that we're going to round. So, the 1 is the flower, but where's the watering pail? The watering pail in our imagination is the next number to the right. So we have a 5. So we're going to imagine this watering pail is a 5 for a moment. I'm going to find the 5. Then I'm going to look at the message. The message where the 5 is located above this yellow line says the flower will grow. Flower grows. So I'm going to go back to the flower and think, okay, the flower is going to grow. So it needs to go up 1 digit. It needs to go from a 1 to a 2. And because I poured all the water out on my flower, the other numbers turned to zeros. So my number would be 200. Looking at the 21, we have a 2, that is the flower, but the watering pail is a 1. So I'm going to take the 1, check my watering pail level. The flower will stay the same. So my 2 stays the same. I did still use all my water, so this turns to a 0. Then you would have 20. So we have 200 times 20. I did not type the answers up on the board this time to the side of the arrows, but just note that when you are doing your next 3 problems and on the back, you need to be drawing the arrows, or at least just the first 3. First 3 problems on the front, draw your arrows to the side of the problem, and then put your answer for the rounded answer here, here, and don't forget, you can get your calculator out to get the answer. 200 times 20 is 4,000, but that would be a little hard for you to do mentally unless you knew how to do the zeros, and that was something I didn't want to throw on you this lesson. So get your calculator out and use it to help you solve the rest of the way. Let's look at number 1 together. First off, I feel like they did a typo error. They put the smallest number on top, 4 times 24. So on the screen, I fixed it, but it doesn't matter how it looks on yours. Just draw your arrows and put the numbers on there. So I fixed the flower for you on the screen. That might help you out just a little bit. Notice there is not a flower on this one. You are not going to round the 4 by itself. You are going to round 24. So whatever rounding you get out of 24, draw an arrow, put the answer, take that answer times 4 with your calculator. Pause the video. When you are done, continue. Number 2, 76 times 78. Go ahead, round both numbers, put your answers to the side by the arrows, take your calculator and solve. Number 3, 508 times 27. Round it, take your calculator, solve. All right, you should be looking at the back side of your worksheet at this time, page 130. Number 4, For a school assembly, students sit in chairs that are arranged in 53 rows. There are 12 chairs in each row. About how many students can be seated? Show how you estimated. You need to circle the numbers that you hear, whether they are numbers themselves or number words. You need to circle them. And then I've kind of helped you out with a small template on the screen. You're going to use this template to help you. So I'm not giving you the numbers on the screen for you, but you can fill in the blanks. And I think you can figure it out that way. Go ahead and pause and solve. Number 5. Clara bought a dozen bags of bird food for $27. Use compatible numbers to find the approximate cost of 6 dozen bags of bird food. Show how you estimated. I helped you out a little bit for the screen. Please do the rest on your own. And solve, pause the video. Number 6. Find the error. Rico is estimating 139 times 18. It's also on the screen for you. But he made an error. He said he should estimate by saying 100 times 10 equals 1,000. Find his mistake and tell me what it is. Number 7. Fill in the blank with the correct term or number to complete the sentence. Number 7. Compatible numbers are numbers in a problem that are easy to compute. Is the blank for mentally or factor? Both of those words are up on the screen for you. I'm going to say it one more time. Compatible numbers are numbers in a problem that are easy to compute mentally or factor. Choose your word, put it in the blank. For number 8, you get to mark it out. We are not going to do number 8. You are done with this worksheet, but make sure your answers are all correct in the blanks because that's where I'm going to be checking from. But also hang on to this worksheet, turn it in to me when you can. Thank you so much. You are already done with today's lesson for math. Great work.